For question 4 of part 2 of the exam, we are given find the equation of the tangent line to the curve y equals e to the x times cosine of x plus cosine of x at the point 0, 2. So the first step, we know that we have a multiplication, e to the x times cosine of x, and we know we have an addition plus cosine of x. We can use the product rule with e to the x times cosine of x, and since we have an addition, we can just add the derivative to this derivative after we find it. So the product rule is u prime times v plus u times v prime. So we can find all of this given e to the x times cosine of x. So our u, our v, our u prime, and our v prime. So we have e to the x times cosine of x plus cosine of x, and we can worry about this part later. But for this, we have a u and we have a v. So our u will be e to the x, our v will be cosine of x. The derivative of e to the x, u prime, will always stay e to the x, and our cosine of x will end up negative sine x. So we have all of our values, our u, our v, our u prime, and our v prime, so we can plug it into our product rule equation to give us e to the x times cosine of x, v, plus our e to the x again, times negative sine of x. So this is the derivative of e to the x times cosine of x. And then on the outside, we can plug in the derivative of cosine x, which is negative sine x. Now that we know, we have found the derivatives of this entire equation, and we know we have a point at 0, 2, we can plug in our x value, which is 0, to find f prime of x, which is equal to e to the 0 times cosine 0 plus e to the 0 times negative sine times 0 minus sine times 0. When plugging this into my scientific calculator, I found that this was equal to 1, everything within these parentheses, and I found that negative sine times 0 will also equal 0. So 1 minus 0 happens to be 1. This value is the slope of the tangent line. Now we need to use point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, m being the slope, which is 1, which we just found. And we have our y1, we have our x1. So now we can plug in all of our information that we already know and that we have found into this equation to find y minus 2 is equal to 1, our m, our slope, which we found, times x minus our 0 value. So y minus 2 is equal to x, 1 times x, and then minus 0, 1 times 0. We can then bring our 2 over to get y by itself, so we are left with y equals x plus 2. And this is our equation of the tangent line to the curve y equals e to the x times cosine of x plus cosine of x at the point 0, 2.